And lastly, this term ojas, you said it was some kind of fuel. Can you explain a little bit on that?
Ojas is actually related to Kundalini energy. Ojas is the finest product of digestion. When you eat some food, immediately some caloric energy gets released and you can run another mile. But the food actually goes through stages of digestion, and 7 stages ultimately of digestion if the digestive system is operating in a balanced way. Finer and finer products of digestion with more concentrated nutrient power. And the last product of digestion is called ojas. And ojas really sparks the most creative awareness, the most dynamic awareness, and the most vital dynamic health. So the highest form of nutritional, most concentrated nutritional substance in the body is called ojas, finest product of digestion. After deep meditation, you'll find that there's a very fine, silky powder on the skin.
Okay.
That's ojas that really gets efficiently produced during meditation. And that when the body is filled with ojas, rich with ojas, then there's vitality, longevity,
is that where the aura and
dynamism.
the rest of the stuff comes out from?
Well, aura is actually a little bit of an even subtler phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not purely physical, actually. It has to do with subtler levels of our physiology.
Okay.
I would say that ojas is the finest physical substance, physical product of digestion. And yes, with ojas, someone's going to glow more, but that glow isn't quite the same as the aura.
I get it.
Yeah, this type of glow is something that anybody can see.
Okay, I get you very much. And finally, what do you have to say to the world as an educator? Do you feel that this knowledge of consciousness and the rest should be taught in schools to young children?
Ideally, yes. I think the latest discoveries of science about the unity of life should be taught, at least, but it usually takes a generation or two before knowledge like relativity and now unified field theory actually make their way into the schools. But even in the meantime, what can happen? Without a whole lot of intellectual baggage, without a whole lot of intellectual understanding, is children in school can and should be taught to meditate. They have to be able to transcend. And that's beginning to happen now.
Yeah.
About 1 million students in the U.S. at some of the top schools in the country have embraced, have adopted transcending as part of the curriculum. So twice a day for 15 minutes or so, the children meditate, they transcend, they bring intense orderliness and coherence to the brain, and they get rid of fatigue and stress, and they're ready to learn. And the effects of just the technique of transcending in schools is transformational. It's absolutely amazing. And within our lifetime, we will see transcending a core feature of education everywhere. I'm convinced of it.
That's great work for humanity. Anyway, thank you very much, John.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.